This is my friend Sally right here.
Hi everybody, peace.
And Sally, what do you have for us? So you showed this to me just a moment ago. Show everybody what you got here. What
I
does
have
it
a
say?
very profound statement.
Here you go. Read it. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Service to others is the rent you pay for the room. Tell me why that meant something to you, Sally.
Because I think it makes us strong when we offer to serve and we're humble. It's a good skill to have. It's a way to connect with people.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good
Yeah.
when I feel like I can help others.
There you go. It's why we were created, to be able to serve others, and we always feel like we are our best selves when we do. Thanks, Sally.
Thank you, Jeff.
So how do you handle the really nasty objections? Let's talk about it. All right, hey, Jeff Shore here with you, and I got a great question from a salesperson this week who sells homes for a living, and this was the question: give me your best advice for overcoming a really nasty objection. I asked what the case was. In this particular case, this was trying to sell a home in a really bad school district. And so here's the question that I have for you. As you're thinking through your objection, whatever that might be, what is the positive side? What's the positive side of that objection? Now, you might be looking at it and saying, there's no positive side, and I would argue that there's always a positive side. If you think about what's wrong, there's always something that you could say that's right about that. So in this particular case, for example, we're talking about a school district that's got bad test scores. That doesn't necessarily mean that everything about this school is bad. And so what do we want to do here? We want to look at it and try and figure out how to provide the good side of the objection, but the key is to provide that good side before your customer brings it up. See, if we wait until a customer brings up an objection to be able to bring up any of the valuable parts, the customer's bringing up the negative, and that negative is already planted firmly in their brain. But if we can get to them first and proactively with what the good side is, then it changes everything. In this particular case, I told that real estate agent, go to the principal of that school and talk to the principal, because I guarantee you the principal's going to have some really good reasons why kids would enjoy going to that particular school. So go there, find those reasons, and share them with your customers in advance. So I want to challenge you, if you've got a difficult objection, go out and find the positive side and share it to that customer in advance. This will start a little brainstorming on your side, looking at it and saying, what are some of the things that my customers are regularly bringing up, that they are regularly bringing to me? Great. Start there. Figure out those things that your customers are regularly bringing up, and then say, well, okay, but what is the positive side? Now, I would recommend here that you're having this conversation with some of your peers and asking the question, let's brainstorm on what the positive is and how we can present that. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not suggesting that once you share the positive that a customer's going to go, oh, that's great. In that case, it's all I ever wanted. I'll take it. I'm not suggesting that your job is over here or that you've eliminated the objection, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to eliminate objections. We're just trying to neutralize those objections. We're trying to push this further along so that your customer is able to look at it and say, well, it may not be ideal, but I see your point, and that's enough for me to move on. Listen, if it was a deal-killing objection, they wouldn't be there in the first place. If it's a deal killer, they just would have moved on. So when they bring up an objection, it means they're looking for help. So this is a great way to help. Go find the positives. There's a positive in every objection if you look hard enough. Get this right, and you'll change your customer's world.